Welcome back to Conquistadores Within Wars Across the World, folks. We are, of course, going to continue this series. Somebody asked earlier, very properly, that we should continue it, and we are. So, of course, we are continuing to move into Tlaxcalan territory. We do have this massive army here under Cortes, but I think next turn we'll probably split that into two forces and go ahead and try and attack these larger tribes. The problem is, as you can see, the natives, they are quite, not these natives, those are us. These natives are quite strong over here and over here near Atlixco, and I'm guessing that the biggest fight is actually going to happen when we get to Teotihuacan, which is going to be Tlacopan, is going to be sort of the last place we need to take. But I'm confident we can do it. So let's end the turn. Let's see what the Aztecs do. And of course, this is really not just the Aztecs, but a collection of various native peoples, in conjunction. So let's see what they're going to play. Oh no, reduced by 1 MP for the next 3 turns, so rainy season has arrived. This is really bad. It's going to actually lower our movement here for a while. I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to move. As you can imagine, rain during, in a jungle like this would be absolutely terrifying. And it says here they can attack with 2 different stacks, so they may be able to overwhelm one of our units. They actually sent some of their units back behind our lines, and I get the feeling this is going to really hurt our supply. So here we go. See, siege failed. Beautiful, beautiful. The siege failed. We can still get back in time. It's our turn. Let's see if we get some decent cards. And obviously, guys, if you enjoy this series, please do hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. And look at that. We get a gold of 1, but Spanish prestige goes down. Ugh. Really wish this is a card we could discard. Okay, well, we're going to be getting some additional stuff as well, so you know what? I won't feel too bad about it. Naval movement isn't going to be an issue now, but you know what? We're going to send a unit back to Cuba, just in case we actually need to get some additional forces. Land movement. This is what's going to be important, my friends. And with these large armies, specifically that one in the Aztecs, I think we need to go to Cholula and have a massive fight. So here we go. 16, it's Cortes with his massive doom stack there going against the natives. I'm going to take Oli, and I'm going to go over here to defend Tlaxcala, and I am going to take our good friend Maxicatl and actually attack Texcoco. But you know what? We actually have a good time here. This is a good time to actually separate this army, because we can have Alvaro take some of those roderos, some of the javelin men. I'll give him his own men, the rodoleros, excuse me, and I'm going to have him go to Atlixco. So this is definitely going to be a bit of a I guess, a challenge, but I think we'll actually make it happen. So here we go. Tlaxcala, that's right, I wonder what's wrong. The Atlixco is ours. Here we go. Now this is what's going to determine who wins. We're going to get that Conquistador cavalry charge. We've been waiting for it. And we do have some caballeros, so I think we can actually panic quite a few of these units, and there we go. Completely routed the Aztecs, and now, of course, we are pursuing them. Now, let's go to our massive battle in Cholula, and you can see here, this is a much more proper battle. Constantly changing troops in front of Noria. Oh, no, so they're going to reduce panic amongst their men. That's not good. Our men are probably going to suffer due to it. Here we go. And we have to actually choose some panic units. I don't want to get rid of him. I want to get rid of the 2s. So I'll get rid of the Rodolero. And demoralization's happening to the Aztecs. We are going to run right over them, guys. I feel like we just have so many men here. It's almost impossible for us to miss that pursuit. So absolutely wonderful. And we've got a siege. Oh, we didn't take Atlixco. Okay, let's hope we win the siege here, and the siege failed. That's okay. We're going to be here next turn to try and make it happen. Let's end the turn. Not much we can do now. And we can see the natives are getting behind us, but we're taking a lot of their territory here. And I think we're going to be getting a victory fairly soon. Unless, of course, they cut us off and do something crazy. Aztecs fight normally. Beautiful. So they've sort of lost that berserker charge. And hopefully, this will make it easier for us to take these areas. Ooh, Tenochtitlan is, of course, the capital of the Aztecs, and it looks like they are fortifying it as much as possible. They're even trying to move our units out of Atlixco to try to make us not siege, I guess. And oh my goodness, we've got to pick one of the Rodolero units or the Javelin. I'll get rid of the Javelin. We did kill some of the Eagle Warriors, but of course the Eagle Warriors here are an elite force, and they're quite strong, as you can see. I'll get rid of the Rodolero. We have to get rid of the Arquebusier, and the Aztecs absolutely smashed Alvarado there. There's just no way to get out of a fight like that. Yeah, I expected us to just walk right over them. No way. They're not finished yet. So I think now we take Cortez, and we go straight to Atlixco. We actually have a card here for some reinforcements, replacements to repair 2 units, so 1 and 2. There we go. So we'll get those guys back to full strength. It's going to make them quite beefier in battle. And look at that 13 income gain. Just incredible. Are we paying? We're paying that much just for cavalry. My goodness. Alright. Okay, guys, so it is time to do some purchases, and I was hoping we'd get Spanish troops, but of course in a war like this, we would have to bring troops all the way across from Spain, and that's why quite often, you know, the Spaniards would have these native tribes, especially tribes that were disloyal to the Aztecs, fight alongside them. I'm even going to get some porters in case we have some supply issues, and I do anticipate supply issues, especially with that Tlaxcala, and we actually have these 2 areas that have been taken by the enemy again. So I'm just going to drop a bunch of native units here, and hopefully they can go out and just grab these areas. Also put some porters, and we show him the purchases. Okay, naval movement. Again, nothing to send over, so we'll simply proceed to next phase. And land movement. So I want to go to Atlixco, but I want to be prepared this time, so let's go straight for it with Cortez. And Tenochtitlan, we can actually see there, that must be Montezuma. We're going to attack with the natives, although part of me is thinking that the best approach... yeah, I have an idea. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these natives and I'm going to merge with Alvarado. So now we have a really beefy force. I want to go over here and immediately attack the enemy in Tepaca. I just don't want them, you know, getting behind our lines pretty much. That's my real concern. And eventually we'll get our native troops over here to move into this area. We got to be careful, because of course if the enemy attacks San Juan, or San Juan de Ulloa, or also Veracruz, that could pretty much spell disaster for us. Oh, Spain! This will be an easy win. The Eagle Warriors don't stand a chance. Beautiful. And now, of course, the siege for Atlixco. And a failed siege. We got a +1 modifier, but it's still quite hard to take that area. And it's making me worry that Tenochtitlan is going to be like 10 times harder. So, we'll just see what happens, of course. Beautiful. So due to a bad harvest, minus 15 there to the Aztecs. But again, these units keep getting behind us, man. It's frightening. It really is. Alright, let's see if we got any reinforcement cards. Conquistador receive a free porter unit. Alright. I guess. As for naval movement, I don't mind. Just go ahead. Alright, here we go. So, I really want to get behind and take these areas, but we need a leader to engage in battle. It's almost leading me to believe that we need to take Maxiclatl and move him back. We also have Sanchez, so let's, you know what we're going to do? We're going to separate Sanchez from Cortez's army here, give him his own force. I still want Cortez to have a doom stack, so I'm going to make sure he has at least 9, and we'll give Sanchez the rest. In fact, I'll even give him some artillery. Have fun. Some caballeros. And let's get him another Rodolero unit. Alright, now we can actually go straight for Tenochtitlan, which is pretty crazy. Or we could head back. I'm going straight for Tenochtitlan. We can't get there this turn, but we can get into Tolunca next turn. And let's just see how the natives with Alvaro do against the, I think, Montezuma. I'm almost certain. But look at all the native leaders that remain here. That's kind of terrifying. To see them there. So I want to take this guy. No, you know what? I'm going to keep Cortez here. He still needs to siege this place. I am going to take our friend Olid, and actually, just going to make some forces, some anti-guerrilla forces, let's call them. Alright, we'll do this. We'll merge. See, they're at San Juan. I don't like that. So, take this fellow, and we're going to start moving back to San Juan to protect our ports. Of course, losing the ports would be bad. Battle of Tenochtitlan, guys. A massive fight. We're going to do an infantry charge boost, which is great. but it looks like they also have warrior spirit cards, all sorts of cards here. We got to take a hit. Let's let our Rodolero here take a hit. And come on, boys, for Spain, for Cortez. Fortunately, we're the only ones panicking right now. And this is pretty fascinating. We have, I didn't know this actually occurred, but swordsman unit that are natives. So we essentially gave natives some swords here, and they've been using it. As I worried, Tenochtitlan is pretty damn strong right now. And even though we are hurting their units here, I believe we are going to be losing this fight. We're routing, and my goodness, it looks like one of our actual leaders has been wounded. So that's terrifying. Let's just see if we can take Atlixco. We did take the settlement, which is great. And obviously Cortez will be the one attacking Tenochtitlan. He should be the one attacking anyway. And hopefully he can wipe out that stack. That's a massive enemy stack there. Tlaxcala. So this is not Montezuma. This is Tlaxcala. A bunch of different leaders. 2 units are randomly repaired to full strength. I like that it's randomly. So they can't actually select what unit that's going to be. But as you can see, they've retaken Tlaxcala. We just need to really split our armies up to be able to control multiple regions at once. And I've got these nice Doom stacks. I don't really want to get rid of them. Alright, so for land movement, we go to Tolunca, number 1. And with, we could actually attack with Alvarado, but I think we should attack with Cortez. So let's go for Tenochtitlan. And with Alvarado, I'm going to north to Texcoco, retake that area. And here we go. Time to get rid of some rebels. We're going to go here. We're also going to go ahead and attack at San Juan. So about 4 battles this turn. Just have to hope that we come out on top, especially here at Tenochtitlan. But I'm using every single one of the abilities I have, every single one of the cards I have, and I hope Cortez's abilities will push him right through. We've already got a panicked unit. 2 panicked units. Enemy took some nasty hits there, and we're just going to pretty much have to kill these guys. It doesn't look like they will panic, partly because they're in their own territory here. But there we go. Victory to the Aztecs, guys. They are holding Tenochtitlan pretty well, I must say. Tizatlan. Here we go. Castaneda has been wounded. My goodness. Now, we actually got a victory, but we now have 2 conquistadors that are wounded. And, of course, that's terrible for us because we need those generals to be able to attack these areas. It's always a challenge. The artillery, we should be able to blast them away. But that archer unit has a lot of hit points. Look at that. Again, conquistador victory. And not bad at all. Now we've got the Siege of Tolunca. We're going to get a +1 siege bonus. Beautiful. And the siege succeeded, man. What good news. So we actually took Tolunca, and that also means that with Sanchez, if we want, we can probably attack Tlacopan next turn. But the Tlacopan army seems even bigger than the Tenochtitlan army, so I guess we'll decide when we come to it. So they gain 1 victory point because Tenochtitlan still remains under Aztec control. By the 1st of January 1521, we should have taken it already. So this just goes to show you, we're not moving quickly enough, I believe. We got to be a little faster here. All right. Got nice income going on. Yeah, we might as well. And for land movement, we're going to, of course, cut them off here at Zempoala. So pretty much anywhere they retreat to, we want to be prepared to cut them off. I'm even going to attack. First, let's actually beat this guy up with some additional forces. And we're going to attack over here. I'm just going to keep some forces there to defend the area. And once again with Cortez, I am attacking Tenochtitlan. As for our units at Texcoco, I'm really tempted to go to Tlacopan, but I just get a feeling we cannot win this fight. Nonetheless, I'm going to go for it. Hold on, we should be able to get there. Beautiful. So we've got good old Sanchez. Maybe he'll be even more famous than Cortez if he can get a victory here. I am not so sure he can. Now we've got some war dogs. and, of course, the Conquistador cavalry charge. Hopefully this will be sufficient to terrorize the enemy. What just happened? They just evaded battle? I don't think I understand what just occurred there. Okay, the Battle of Tenochtitlan here, guys. Once again, now this time the enemy is panicking. They are losing. And hopefully now this is the breakthrough of Tenochtitlan. Look at that. They finally cracked. It took a long side, though. It took a long time to make their side retreat, though, I should say. So, not bad at all. I think we actually did a very good job. So there we are. We are now in Tenochtitlan. We have not yet taken the city, though, because, of course, we need to do the siege to officially take the city. Oh my goodness, they actually got some of our guys to flee. But I think we're still going to be the winners in this fight. Beautiful. Victory Conquistadors, of course. I think we've definitely got them on the ropes at this point. We control everything. We've got Tenochtitlan, we've got Tolunca, we've got Tlaxcala. We have every single one of the enemy's important locations. So I pretty much think at this point it's GG. I think we got a victory here. Movement of all land units reduced. Once again, we will play it. The torrential rains as well. Just because we don't want the enemy moving much either. Got naval movement. Nothing we can really do there. No point in messing with it. And here we go. So do we go straight to Tlaxcala? I think we do. And the rest of our guys are just going to stay put. What I will do is I'll move back over here with the General Maxicatl and Alvarado just to defend this area in case the enemy gets wise and tries to attack it. But I think this victory is ours. The last fight of the war, let's hope. Good work, good luck, Castaneda, I should say. And we're going to have some units panic too. Come on, boys. For Spain. See, I'm trying to get rid of the native units, and Castaneda, once again, wounded in battle. And, of course, his buddy Sandoval is going to have to take over once again. So, twice he's been wounded in battle. Now, as you can see here, by playing the Tenochtitlan and sight card, we're going to get 3 victory points, which is amazing. That really is going to hopefully put us over the top. We're going to have to wait and see here. Okay, they actually did take Atlixco, but there we go, guys. Because we, of course, took the main cities and were able to hold them, we got the victory. And very similar to kind of how it happened, actually, in the actual war. The one thing that wasn't correct was we did not take Tenochtitlan on the correct time. We should have taken it faster. But overall, I think that's a victory. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this series. And if you want to see more like it, hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe.